Welcome to the GovCMS Content Administration Training Series. Hi, I'm Ivan from Salsa Digital, and in this video, you will learn how to delete assets and replace files. We'll cover the following two topics: how to delete media assets, and we'll discuss deleting physical files, and how to replace files in a media asset. We know how to upload files and create media assets, but let's look at how you can delete media assets and the current limitations with deleting physical files. To demonstrate how to delete media assets, let's upload an image. So make sure you are on the media page and then click on Add Media and then Image. And I will upload this file called delete-file.jpg, and I'll enter in delete file as the name and also the alternative text, and then I'll click on save. At this point, we've uploaded a file and created a media asset, and if we go into the asset, we can see the file. And if we open up the Files page in a different tab, we can see the physical file right here, delete-file.jpg. And you can see it is used in two places by looking at the used in column. But this is just the number of revisions, because if we click on the link, you will see that it's part of the delete file media asset. Let's just leave this tab and then go back to media. And now we'll delete the asset which we just created. And you can delete an asset by clicking on the down arrow and then clicking on delete in the operations column. Or if you edit the media asset, you can simply click on the delete button. And you can see that the asset has been deleted because this message has told us that it's been deleted, and you can no longer see the media asset in this table. Now, if we go back to the Files tab and then refresh, you can see that the used in column now shows 0 places because the file is no longer attached to the media asset. The asset itself has been deleted, but the physical file will still be accessible because GovCMS has been configured to never delete files. The way GovCMS, or technically Drupal, deletes a file works like this. If a file is no longer used and the used in says 0 places, the status of the file will be changed from permanent to temporary. Then, around 6 hours later, Drupal will delete the file. Now, this file deletion sometime in the future causes a lot of problems because an editor could delete an asset, but the file could still be linked directly from an email newsletter. And also, you don't want files just randomly deleting. So in GovCMS, this file garbage collection or cleanup or whatever you want to call it has been disabled. Now, for most other files, it's perfectly fine to leave them on the server. But if you need a file deleted which is out of date or has misleading information, then you need to create a ticket on the GovCMS service desk, and they will need to manually delete the files. I understand submitting a ticket to delete files is not ideal. We are working on a solution to make this process easier in the future. At this point, you know how to manage assets, how to create and delete them. But now let's look at how you can replace the uploaded file in a media asset. To demonstrate, let's go ahead and create a media asset for a PDF report. So click on Add Media and then File, and I'll enter in Report 2019 into the name field, and I will upload this report-2019 version 1. And then I'll click on save. And then if I go into the report PDF and click on the file, we can see that it is version 1 and the title of the report is Report 2019. Just a quick side note, how the PDF gets displayed on your computer could be different. I'm using Firefox in this recording and it displays the PDF in a pop-up window, but it may look a little different on your computer. Now take note of the path up the top here. Sites/default/files/2020-11. This is just standard GovCMS. When you upload a file, it will save it into sites/default/files, and then it'll put the file in a folder with the year, then a dash, then the month. And this is the year and month when the file was uploaded. And then we have the actual file name, report-2019.pdf. You can copy this URL, put it in your newsletter, or give it to someone, and they will be able to access the file directly. But what if you want to replace this file with a new version? Let's see what happens. Let me just close this pop-up, and I'll click on Remove, and I'll select version 2, and then drag it across, and click on Save. Let's now go back into the report, and then click on the file. You will notice that the PDF is different because it is version 2, but the file name has also changed. If we take a look up here, you will see that there is an _0 in the name. The full URL to the file has changed. Drupal, which GovCMS is built on, will add a number to the file name and increment it because a file with the same name, report-2019, already exists. It hasn't replaced or deleted the old file. Now, this can cause problems if you've linked directly to the file in an email newsletter, for example, because you haven't technically replaced the old file. It's still there. But luckily for us, there is a solution. So if your media edit page looks like what's on screen, it means the functionality to replace files hasn't been set up. All you need to do is create a GovCMS service desk ticket and ask for media entity file replace, and they will be able to set it up on your site. So let me go ahead and set it up on this site. So I've gone ahead and installed the module. Now, if I refresh the page, we can see the file replace functionality. And most importantly, we have this option, overwrite original file. That's exactly what we want. Let's forget this media entity and create another called Report 2020. So click on Content, Media, Add Media, and click on File. And I'll enter in Report 2020 as the title. And I'll select version 1 of Report 2020. And then I'll click on Save. And then if we go into the report and click on the file, we can see that it is version 1. Now let's close this and replace this file. So let me go ahead and get version 2. And make sure overwrite original file is checked, and then click on Save. And let's go back into the report and click on the file. If you see the old version, that is because it has been cached locally. Just do a hard refresh. So press Ctrl F5 if you're on Windows or Command R if you are on a Mac. So let me go ahead and press Command R because I'm on a Mac. And now we can see version 2 of the file. And most importantly, the file name has stayed the same. So now we won't have broken links or out-of-date content. Chances are this functionality may not be set up on your site. And if you don't see this replace file field set, then it's definitely not set up on your site. All you need to do is create a ticket on the GovCMS service desk and ask for media entity file replace, and they'll be more than happy to set it up for you. Let's now recap what we covered in this video. First, you learned how to delete a media asset, and we discussed the current limitations with deleting physical files. Then we looked at how to replace existing files in a media asset.